Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today I'm working on the Combat 2 campaign module, which is going to be the supplementary module to the to Combat 2 module, which is actually going to probably be an extension and a combat base module, just because the enormous amount of artwork and maps and everything in there. This will not be released until July. I got to wait till 6 months after the release of the game. But this is the campaign module that I'm working on. And basically what it's going to do is you're going to run all your campaign duties through here. You got your map down here, your calendar down here, so your daily status, whether you have an event, no event, patrol, mission, even some space for some notes, and also the frontline status I put in here, so you have a little bar down at the bottom, so at a glance you know where you're at. And this map, that's 100% right here. Every one of the dates has that, a lot of work, but I felt it was worth it. We also can, as I usually do, clean that right on up. Um, Pieces, actually, there are no counters yet. I'm trying to work all them in. We have a D100 for percentile, a D10, and a D6, and if I need more, I'll add them in there. We got your uh, squad pieces, which you choose from for your squad. Now, what I've done here is in the board game, if you guys have this in your boxes at home, you say, I don't see them. You don't have them. The ones with the big letters come with the campaign game. And I decided because we have Vassal and we can do things like this, I decided for the campaign menu, it'd be easy to keep track of your stats if we just built the pieces up. So I've already been working on this. These are all editable. You can send them to the squad roster, which we'll go through in a minute. Um, your um, your status, actually probably don't need hidden and spotted, but I'd have that so you can flip them back and forth and look at them. And the wounded, I'll go through that in a little bit too. Actually, yeah, I'll go through that in a little bit also. Leadership skills editable, TQ skill, weapon skill, grenade skill, any other skills they have. Name and rank, you can enter it in, or you can just leave the letters there. Um, skills down the bottom, you have two. I have two that are available to put in there for you. You also have the sniper skill. The only guy available for the sniper is Z, I think it is. Yeah, sniper skill. I just felt that was something that we could. This guy's supposed to have just a rifle. That was me putting the wrong prototype in there, so that'll go away. I already fixed that. This is my save game, and I don't want to lose everything I've done. Next, we have the patrol log or patrol display. You'll assign your guys to the patrol off your squad sheet, and they'll come over here. If they get lost, you'll knock them down to here. I may automate that. Victory points, I have that pretty well automated. Yeah, got the wrong shadow on that. See, something else I gotta fix. Somehow I got the wrong shadow. I got the shadow on there for my wounds, and not my patrol VP shadow. Yeah, they all got it. All right. Patrol log shadows, all bad. I made a special shadow for my wounded pieces, so you can put them on the calendar, and of course somehow I put them into here. Yeah, it's easily fixed. Anyway, you'll when you find out your objective, you'll put that location in here. Your patrol in advance. It's really going to bother me. I'm going to end up starting this campaign all over again. Time, not really automated. You'll put that down where you get your time at, and then you'll hit the plus 30, return it back to 30, move it to the next one, etc. That's just way too much to it to try to automate that. Weather conditions, of course, editable. And as always, this will be cleanup, just quick and easy cleanup. That's it for the patrol display. I'm not there yet. There may be more things to add to that. Like I said, it's hard to get these modules together unless you actually play on them to make sure you got everything. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get it together. Now the most important one is your squad display. I've made it with basically what you are allowed to allocate for each area. And this is not guaranteed. They're allowed to get the rifle grenades, but it's suggested to do too. Um, and right now, you see, I've got my first two guys pretty well filled out, and I have them on the log sheet too. Roster one right here, Bell and Murphy. So I'll go through real quick, rolling up another guy. We're getting ready to go to Alpha and draw out a rifleman. So it'll be either one of these guys. Like I said, he's wrong, so I'm not going to use him. Go ahead and use this guy and send him to squad member 3. And then in the rules, we're going to generate the name. And I'm not going to put these in there. Eventually, I might put them in there for my personal use, but I will not put the name and charts and everything in there. Got to keep it so you guys need to buy the game. 23 is going to be James. 69 be James Ramirez. All right, and keep walking down through the setup here. Of course, I lost it. All right, hometown. That's another D100 roll. That's 23. The hometown's going to be. I love this setup. It's just so much to it. Denver, Colorado. We've got them from all over the United States already. All right, and for his okay, D10 on 48B for his TQ. 4. That's going to be a 4. Just going to increase that. His rank's going to be private. Um, and let's see here. Hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. I keep getting interrupted when I'm recording. We're going to go ahead and enter the weapon. He's going to name 1 grand. Weapon skill, we're going to roll for that right now. That's a 6. It's going to be 3, not very good. So we're going to actually double click on this again. Not double click on this and select 3. And you do that on the same field. And he also gets grenade. Go down here, select a grenade. Roll the dice again. 7. That's going to be a 3. So he's really not a good good guy. 3. All right, now we'll go over and fix him up real quick. His TQ is 4. That's not horrible. His weapon skill is 3, and his grenade skill is 3. Other than that, he is unskilled, and probably would have been easier to go through. Do somebody a little more complicated than that, but anyway, to set up a patrol, you will say you want your sergeant there. You're going to send him to assign him to the patrol. You'll come over here. Then you're going to see we want all 3 of these guys on the patrol. We're going to go ahead and send him to the patrol and assign him to the patrol. I didn't put his name on there yet, but you get the idea. And then when you're done and you clean up, they'll all return back to the squad, or they should return back to the squad. Yep. All right, now say if you get wounded, what's going to happen? You go to the status, hit wounded, and they're going to come down here into the wounded. Now I don't, because of the randomness that you're going to be pulling guys out of here as they heal, etc. Um, I don't have that automated like I have the patrol because it's just going to be too much going on down here. But I do have it dropping down a wounded marker here, and this is where I got the shadow from that's giving me hell on my other sheet. So you can put that down here on the date to remind you when they're supposed to come back off of their wound. So, and then delete that when you're done. And when you're done, just return them back to the squad. So there's that's basically what we're looking at. Pretty simple. I'll go through and set up a whole squad later, but this here, you'll use this to get your squad together and save it, and then you can maintain your campaign and never have to worry about all this crap going on in your module and trying to figure out how to load back the maps and everything. And this module's gonna be real small, but everything basically there. Roster 2. Got your notes down the bottom, a lot of space for the notes. I put like, I think it's 16 different sections in there for notes. Skills, you have enough for, I think it's 12 skills. Antagonists, 2 antagonists, 2 foxhole buddies. You can put your organization up top. What did I call the guys on one? First squad, second platoon, A company to a first infantry battalion. So it's all in there. Down the bottom here, the next thing is your merit points as you get them. Add them. Your rerolls. Actually, I need to put a minus on them too, because you'll use those up. And your must rerolls over here, which are negatives. So when you roll a nice 0, you got to re-roll that, and you'll get rid of these as they go. Um, so this is how to track them in your campaign without having counters all over the place. Then when you go to your game, you'll allocate yourself that many counters, and you'll have to roll them during that mission and readjust this as you come back, and that'll all be rolled for as you go. Squad morale, the different morales available. Also got nice counters for that. We're actually on good morale, I think, to start the campaign. And so basically, that's an overview of this. And then what we'll do is you'll just have this in your when you get a mission or fight that you got to resolve. You just go to combat and set it all up, and there will not be the nice setups, because if any of you have this game, you'll see how intricate these setups and everything for Combat 2 are. I will have all the setups in there for the basic scenarios. I think I can still do that for 1 and 2, but definitely not for the campaign. There's just no way to set them all up. Or there is, it's just a lot, and those saves bog down the performance of the modules. So in order to make the module um, playable and not a hog, and not something that's not going to be able to get uploaded to Vassal and whatnot, we're going to do what we got to do to make this all fit. And this is one of the things I did, was just to put all the campaign stuff in here. So that's it. I'll go through, set my squad up, and we'll go through some of the play as we go along. But if we were to set this guy up, say, we'll go with the leader. Your leadership skill, if he rolled a 1 or a 2, something like that, he'd have a 2. Say his TQ is a 6. Don't get in a hurry, Greg. He's got a nice weapon skill of 5. Grenades, usually leaders get sucky rolls on them. They got a special little chart for them, so we'll put him at 3. Pistol, make him a 4. Then he's got the tough skill. And see, there you go. You got the full counter. And I don't know. Just one of those things I felt would be a little easier to go. So that's what we got. And of course, all that can be reset. Don't give you a key for it, but Control R usually works. Oh, that's it. That's the basic go over on this so far. And as I play through a campaign, I'll add more to it that needs to be added to, and start working on the campaign. I mean, not the campaign, the module for Combat 2 itself. Um, but I think it'll be pretty nice. Lots of things to help you with your with tracking everything, so you don't have to worry about the paperwork part of it. So, all right, that's it. Thanks for joining me. That's an overview of the campaign control module for Combat 2, and we will see you next time. Thanks for joining me.